Greetings everyone. We will continue our discussion on information retrieval systems. In the previous session, we have started about the paired trees. In this session, we will be continuing about how to construct the paired tree, that is, the paired tree structure. Then we will be looking about what are the algorithms which are applied on paired trees. So first, we will be going for the paired tree structure. In the previous session also, it has started about these paired trees. So one of the main important constituent of your paired trees is the semi-infinite strings or sys-strings. Okay, we will be continuing about the sys-string. So as I told you, sys-string is a subsequence of characters from this array taken from a given starting point but going on necessary to the right. So we will be taking your text that is present in your document. The text will be treated as a long a series of characters which will be stored in an array or which will be treated as a long sequence array. So where your subsequence or your sys-string or semi-infinite string is a subsequence of characters from this particular array which will be starting from one point of your particular array to the end or in between. That is, you will be having the text and will be taking the subsequence of the particular text to get your sys-string. So the sys-string can start at any position in your text and it can go to the any right position until the end of the text. The sys-strings are uniquely identified by position where they start. For a given fixed text, this is simply given by an integer. So sys-string will be starting from one part of the text to another part of this text. It can be starting at any position and it can go on to until the end of the text. Okay, so it will be uniquely identified by the position where it is starting. For example, the sys-string here can be starting from this position and it can be ending at this position. So this sys-string will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can count and you can write some value. So this will be the 20 sys-string of this particular text. Okay, you can create any number of sys-strings based upon the position where you are starting your sys-string. Okay, so for a given sys-string, fixed says this will be given by an integer. So you can give an integer for your sys-string based upon the starting position of your sys-string. So we have given an example regarding the sys-string. If this is the text, based upon the position where you are starting your sys-string, you can be writing like sys-string 1 which is starting at the first position, sys-string 2 which is starting at the second position, sys-string 8 which is starting at the 8th position. This is the 8th position on, a time in. Okay, sys-string 11 which is starting at the 11th position. Okay, you have to count even the spaces for this particular thing. Sys-string 22 which is starting at the 22nd position. So based upon the position where you are starting your subsequence of characters, your sys-string will be denoted. So you can be having any number of sys-strings based upon the starting position. Okay. You can be having sys-string 1, sys-string 2, sys-string 3, sys-string 4. Like this, you can be having any number of sys-strings, and you can start your sys-string at one position. For example, if you are starting your sys-string 8, okay, which is starting here, so you can start your sys-string here, and it can go on up till any part of your right. Okay, it can go to the middle of your string, or it can go to the end of the string until you complete the text. Okay, your sys-string can start at one position and it can go until the end of the text or to the middle. So it will be arbitrarily made. Okay, so these are the various sys-strings you can create for a text. In a similar sense, you can have any number of sys-strings for your text. So the most important operation in your sys-strings will be the comparison or your lexicographical comparison of your sys-strings. Lexicographical comparison of your sys-strings will be mainly about the order of your sys-strings, and the lexicographical mostly will be considering about the alphabetical order of your sys-strings. So this comparison is one resulting from comparing two sys-string contents. So the comparison should be done between the contents of the sys-string, not just the numbers. That is, not just where you are starting the string. You should be comparing the contents of the sys-string. What does this means? If you can compare sys-string 1 and sys-string 2. So you are not comparing the values here. You have to compare the contents of the string. Okay. So the comparison of sys-strings will be done on the contents of the text, not your values where you are starting. Okay. You can compare sys-string 2 and sys-string 22 based upon the contents in the string. Okay. So you have to compare these particular things. The comparison will be done not on the position, it will be done on the contents of the strings. Okay. Next, note that unless we are comparing a string to itself, the comparison of two strings cannot yield equal. So until you compare a string with itself, you will never be comparing equal strings. Okay, you will not be having two strings in a same sense. That is, no two strings will be equal. So if you want a equal string, you have to compare it with itself. Okay, so if you compare two strings, they will be different, and you will be having some order between those strings. Until you compare a string with itself, you will not be getting a equal string. So this will be a comparison done between the strings. That is, you are comparing all the strings with one another, and you can tell that. Remember, you are not comparing these values. You are comparing the contents of the string. So when you are comparing the contents of the string, you have to look at the lexicographical order of those strings. So the lexicographical order of these strings is first we are having A here. So that is why 22 will be the biggest, the smallest string. Then you are having A here, then 11 will be the next smallest string. Why? Because when you start with 22, this will be starting from this value to the end of the text. So it will be a smallest string. Okay, you are starting from here to the end of the text, so it will be a smaller string. When you go for the string 11, which is starting from A time, this will be somewhat a larger string, but both the strings are different. Okay, this will be a larger string, that is why 11 will be somewhat greater than 22. The next we are having 2. Why 2 means after A we are next in the alphabetical order we are having N, that is why 2. Next 8. Next in the alphabetical order we are having O. After that we are having this O. So we have to check the contents of the string, and we have to see them alphabetical order to compare between one string and another string. So remember, no two strings will be equal, and if they are equal, they are pointing to itself only. Okay. So a comparison of string will yield 0 only when we are comparing with itself. So that is about your strings in your language. Okay. Using these strings, which you are going to use this string to create your PAT structure or your PAT tree structure. So what is a PAT tree? A PAT tree is a patricial tree constructed over all the possible strings of a text. So for a particular text, you have to create all the possible strings, and using those strings, you have to create a patricial tree. This patricial tree will be calling it as a PAT tree. So I think you remember I already introduced you to digital trees in the first unit itself. Those digital trees or patricial trees will be used here. Okay, so I will redefine what is a patricial tree so that you will understand what is a PAT tree. So remember, a PAT tree is nothing but a patricial tree over all the possible strings for a particular text. So we have to take a text and create the strings for all the possible positions for the text, and use those strings to create your patricial tree. That patricial tree will be calling it as your PAT tree. So a patricial tree is a digital tree. Digital tree means you will be having values 0 or 1, where the individual bits of the keys are used to decide on branching. Okay, you are having your digital tree. Okay, your individual bits will decide whether you have to branch to your left hand side or the right hand side. So a patricial tree is a digital tree where the individual bits of the keys are used to decide the branching factor. For example, if you are having 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, so this will be your key. Okay, using this key you are going to branch. Okay, if you go for a 0 bit, will cause a branch to the left subtree, and 1 bit will branch to the right subtree. So if you are taking this as the key, so when I encounter 0, I have to go to the left branch. Then if I encounter 1, I have to go to the right branch. Then if I encounter 0, I have to go to the left branch. I have another 0, I will go to the left branch. I have another 1, I will go to the right branch. So this is how you will be performing your search in your patricial tree, where it will be a digital tree, and using a key you can do the searching process, and these key elements will help you in branching your particular tree. Okay, so as you can understand, a patricia tree is a digital tree where individual bits of the keys are used for your branching. So each and individual bit in the key will be used for branching here. A 0 bit will cause the branch to the left side, okay, and 1 bit will cause the branch to the right side. That is how your individual bits in the key will be used in the patricia tree. Okay, in addition, patricia trees have in each internal node an indication of which bit of the query is to be used for branching. Okay, at each and every internal node you are having in the patricia tree, you are going to have an indication of which bit of the query is to be used for branching. Whether you have to use the second bit, whether you have to use the third bit, fourth bit, fifth bit. So which bit you have to use for branching here. So that particular bit will be specified on all the internal nodes in your patricia tree. So if I am having the root, so I am going to specify it as 1. Why? Because you have to check the first bit in your key. So in the previous example, if you are having these values as your key, so at the root node I have to check the first bit. In a similar manner, you will be having other internal nodes. Okay, these will be your internal nodes. Inside the internal nodes, apart from the branching thing, you will be having an indication of which bit of the query you have to search. Whether you have to search the second bit, whether you have to search the fourth bit, whether you have to search the fifth bit. So you are going to specify the bit which you want to search. Okay, you will not be searching each and every time. Sometimes you can skip the fourth bit, sometimes you can skip the fifth bit, like that. Okay. So you will be specifying the bit we have to implement or which you have to search. You are going to place it in the internal node. So the internal nodes have no key information. Remember, there will be no key information. They will be used for only two purposes. Okay, if you see your patricia tree, if this is your patricia tree, I will specify the value like this: 1, 2, 2. Okay, so this value specify that. Okay, this doesn't have any key information. Remember, the internal nodes are these three are internal nodes. These internal nodes have no key information. Key information means if you are searching for a value 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, this is the key values. So you are not having key information here. If you are going for 0, you have to, this particular internal nodes will be helpful for branching one. Okay, so they will be helpful for the first thing, they will be helpful for branching. The second purpose is which key they have to check. That is, the internal nodes don't have any key information, just the skip counter and the pointers to the subtrees. The skip counter means which tree I have to search. That is, the skip counter means which key I have to search, whether I have to search the second element in the key or the third element in the key. That information will be provided in the internal nodes. And the branching thing, that is, whether I have to branch to the left side or whether I have to branch to the right side, that particular pointers will be present in your internal nodes. So our patricia tree will be having a tree-like structure. This tree-like structure will be having internal nodes and the external nodes. The internal nodes will be having the information for branching as well as to check which part of your key, and external nodes will be having your complete node or information regarding your systrings. So the external node in the patries are systrings. Whatever the external nodes you are having are patries or systrings are the integer displacements. That is, I will show you with an example, but integer displacement means where you are starting the string. That is, whether you are starting your string is string 1 or whether your string is string 22, whether your starting position is the 22 character. That is, which string you are trying to implement here. The outer nodes of your particular patricia tree will be these integer displacement. So if your particular outer node is 5, then your string is starting of your fifth element in your original text, which will be the string 5, which will be started in the fifth element. For example, if this is the complete text, I have created a string 4 here, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be string 5. Okay, so your outer node will be containing some data like this. It will be containing an integer displacement value 5. So 5 means when I follow this particular route, I will be getting the position of this string which start with E. Okay, that is how your Patricia tree will be present. For a text of size n, for example, if you are having a text with size of n characters, then there are n external nodes, that is each and every external node will be pointing to a particular character, okay, or a particular string. Each and every node will be pointing to one string. So there will be n external nodes for a n character string, and n minus 1 internal nodes. Will be having n minus 1 internal nodes and n external nodes, which will represent n strings here. So n minus 1 internal nodes also indicate bit for branching, that is whether it has to search for first bit, or whether you have to search for the second bit, or whether you have to search for the fourth bit and skip the third bit. That will be specified here. If I specify 4 here, so after searching the first bit, if I specify 4 here, I can skip the second and third bit and search for the fourth bit. What is means if I try to search 1 0 1 0 1, okay, initially I will search the first bit, that is this will be the first bit. I will go to this position. Since it is a 1 and I have to branch to the right hand side, I will go to this place. Now I have inside the internal node, I have a value 4. That 4 specifies that I have to check the fourth bit. Okay, I have to check the fourth bit. That is, I can skip 2, 3 and I can check the 4. Then I can go to this position. So this is how your searching takes place in your Patricia trees. Okay, your external nodes will signify your strings and your internal nodes will be used for branching. Okay. A complete example for this particular string is given here. So if you see, this is the text. Okay, text is, if it is not visible, this is 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. That will be your string. And positions are 1, 2, 3, 4 up till, and this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if you take the first position string, that is, if I take this position string or your string 1, so this will be the complete Patricia tree for your 8. Okay, 8 strings. Okay, this will be the complete Patricia tree for 8 strings here. 8 strings means 8 means it is starting at 8. Okay, 7 means it is starting at 7. So if you see the outer nodes will be specified by squares, which signifies your strings. That is, here I am having 7. 7 means it will be signifying 7th string. 7th string means you are having 7. That is 0 0. Okay, 0. That is, I have to start from here to this position. So since there is a 1 placed in your root node, I have to check the first string. Then I have another 0. Okay, then third 0. So your string 7 is 0 0 0. Okay, your string 7 is 0 0 0. Okay, when I search for a pattern with 0 0 0, it will be pointing to the 7th string. Okay, same is the case for your 8th string. 8th string is, okay, 8th string is 0 0. Okay, 1 0. If I see 5 here, 5 means I have to skip the 4th bit and I can go for the 5th bit. Then I have 1. So if I try to search for a bit 0 0 1 0 1. Okay, if I try to search for a pattern 0 0 1 0 1. So first there is a 1 placed in your root. So I am trying to search for 0. So I will go to the left side of your subtree. Then another 0. I will go to the another subtree. Then there is a 3 here. I have to check the third position, that is 1. So when I check the third position, I have to go for the right node, right subtree. I will go to this place. Okay, there is a 5 present in your particular internal node. So since there is a 5 present, I can skip the 4. I can directly check the 5th element, which is your 8th system. Okay, that is you are searching for this pattern 00101. So based upon the key with which you are searching, okay, based upon the key with which you are searching, you can map all the particular patterns. Okay, you have to take the text, you have to completely clarify your complete strings you can define over the text, and all those strings can be inserted into your Patricia tree. Okay, even if you are having 1000 different strings, all those strings can be implemented in your Patricia trees. And when you are trying to search for a key, okay, the key can be any number of bits, those bits can be implemented here. Okay, for example, if I try to search some random key, that is 01010, okay, 01010, I have to find whether the particular key is present in your string or not. Let me clear that one. If I try to search 01011, okay, this is the string I am trying to search in my Patricia tree. That is, if this is the key, I am trying to search in this particular Patricia tree and find out whether this key is present or not. So first I have to go for 0. So I will go to the left hand side. Then the second position is 1. I have to go to the right hand side. The third position, whatever you are having, that is 0. I will go to this position. Okay. So your particular key is present, or your string 5 will be mapped to this particular key. So you will be getting this result. Okay. In a similar sense, if I go for another values, you can search for those values in this string. Okay. Based upon strings, you can create any number of values. Okay. You can create any number of trees and internal nodes and external nodes. Based upon the number of strings you are having, you will be getting your external nodes in your particular tree. So this is how you can create your Patricia tree. Having this type of Patricia tree, we will be calling it as a pat tree. Okay, this is the complete pat tree representation of this particular pat trees. So this complete Patricia representation we will be calling it as the pat trees. So as you can see, the pat tree is much easier to search. Okay, the creation and insertion of your particular values will be much easier. What is the main disadvantage is how many strings you are trying to create. Okay, if you are having 100 characters text, how many strings? You can create 100 different strings. Okay, whether all those strings are valid strings or not, whether all those strings are related to your particular terms or not, whether you want 100 different strings in your tree. Okay, whether your search queries can be different 100 search queries. All those things will be coming into the mind, keeping in the performance of your system. Based upon your performance of the system, you have to check your indexing points. That is, how many strings you can have as a part of this Patricia tree or pat trees. Okay, you cannot have each and everything in your Patricia tree. Even though you can have, but it will be giving you a large tree, so a large amount of memory. Even while searching, it will be slow. So instead of having so many indexing points, or each and everything is treated as a character, or each and every character is treated as a string, you can have something called as indexing points, where you have to start the indexing. So far we have assumed that every position in the text is indexed. Okay, you have assumed each and every position in your text as an index. That is, Patricia tree has n external nodes, one for each position in the text. If you are having 100 characters in your text, I will be having 100 external nodes and 99 internal nodes. That will be your tree structure. Okay, I can have 100 different queries for the same thing. But each and every position you are indexing here. Okay, that will be suitable in some situations. For some type of search, this will be desirable. But in many other cases, not all the points are necessary and even desirable to index. Okay, in some situations, indexing each and every position will be fine. But if you are searching for, but all the situations it will not be suitable. In such situations, instead of indexing each and every position, okay, I can index only a few positions, like starting of the words. Okay, like starting of the sentences. Like this, you can have indexing positions, each and every position. Okay, for example, if you take this particular text in your database, this is the text. Okay, so in the previous thing, each and every position will be one string. That is, if I am having 100 different characters in this string, I will be having 100 strings. Okay, if I am having 100 characters in this string, I will be having 100 strings. Instead of that, I can be going for the words. That is, if you are interested in word and phrase searches, then only those strings that are at the beginning of the words are necessary. If you are searching for words, okay, at that time you need not search each and every text in the particular text. You need not search each and every character in the text. You can search the words. So you can index each and every individual word like this. Okay, you can index each and every word. At that time, only 20% of your common English text will come into your index. Okay, instead of having each and every character indexed into your Patricia tree, you can have individual words or individual phrases into your Patricia tree. At that time, you will be having less number of strings and you will be having a smaller size Patricia tree, so that you will be having better efficiency. All these decisions have to be taken care in based upon your performance of your information retrieval system. So how many searches you are having, what will be the number of keywords you can implement like this. You have to think about the performance of your information retrieval system and decide upon your indexing methodologies. Okay. So instead of indexing each and every character, which is desirable in some situations, but you can index each and every individual word separately, so that you will be having a better performance system. So the decision of how many strings to include in the tree is application dependent, and it will be a trade-off between the size of index and the search requirements. Okay, you have to decide how many strings you want to implement in your Patricia tree. So based upon the number of your strings, only your Patry will be implemented. So the particular thing you have to take care about, looking about the size of your index. Okay, what will be the size of index if I implement 1000 strings? What will be my size of index if I implement 2000 strings? Okay, and also if you are having smaller number of strings, then your particular search will be very small. That is, the number of keywords you can search will be small. So you have to be taking both the things into consideration while creating your strings. If you are having smaller number of strings, your keywords which you can search will be smaller. If you are having large number of strings, the keywords which you can search will be very large. You have to take both the things into control and both the things into consideration and create your Patrys. So that is about the complete set of things you can do with your Patrys. That is how you will be having the Patry representation. So using the Patry representation, you can perform various algorithms. That is, various algorithms can be implemented on those Patrys. Some of the algorithms which we will be using for text searching on Patrys are, you can be performing prefix searching, you can be performing proximity searching, you can be performing range searching, or you can be performing longest repetition searching, or most significant or most frequent item searching, or term searching, or string searching, and also regular expression search. Okay. So these are the algorithms which can be implemented upon your Patrys, or your text searching methodologies which can be implemented on your Patrys. In the next session, we will be looking about all these algorithms one by one. That is, we will be looking about how prefix searching can be done on your Patrys, how your longest repetition searching can be done on your Patrys. All these algorithms, how you can apply on your Patrys, we will see in the next session. Thank you.